Hi guys, and welcome to Horologique. Welcome to the first impressions review of the new Pagani Design PD-1672. And I have taken the blue version with the thin indices. There's a black version and there's another version which has kind of Seiko 62 mass indices, but I preferred this one. So first of all, I quickly wanted to show you the box because this changes a lot from previous Pagani Design boxes. As you can see, it is much bigger than the previous boxes. It feels much more premium. The Pagani Design logo is etched pretty nicely done, I might add, and it does smell like leather. I'm pretty sure it's not leather, but it does smell like leather. When you open it, of course, you've got the watch and you have got a little pouch here for your warranty card and your user manual, and your warranty card is sadly still not signed. Well, that is too bad. We will not linger in that, and let's look directly at the watch. So the watch, 316L stainless steel. If we go with the dial, we've got a very nice blue sunburst dial. The indices are pretty long trapezoids everywhere but at 12, where you have an inverted triangle. At the top of the dial you've got the Pagani Design logo and Pagani Design in full letters, and all that is printed. At the bottom of the dial you've got automatic and diverse 100 meter. I somehow doubt that they send these watch to the ISO to be certified, so take that diverse with a grain of salt. And at 3 you've got the date. The set of hands is, well, at least the hour hand is taken from Christopher Ward, and these kind of baton minute hand. The second hand is kind of a long glance as well, and it is all loomed. We will take a look at the loom video later. You've got, of course, a sapphire crystal, and you have got a ceramic bezel insert. Very good. We'll check the loom because, as you know, that is one of the weak points of the Pagani Designs. As you can see, the crown is signed with the Pagani Design logo, and at the back of the watch you have got a see-through case with the ubiquitous Seiko NH35 and a few specs in there with the water resistant 100 meters. As you can see as well, there's a 3-link bracelet, and even though they appear to be hollow, the end links are full. I wanted to talk about the clasp because it's quite a departure for Pagani Design. They were known before for copying the Rolex clasps, but they have taken a different approach here. These appears a bit like the Saint Martin clasps for their water ghosts, with a solid construction, very nicely done, I might add, with 3 levels of micro adjustment. There is no double security, but just a double push security, and as you can see, everything is milled and everything looks pretty good quality. The brushing, well, Pagani Design have always done some very nice brushing, and as you can see, everything is solid in here, but for the diver extension, which is pressed quite sadly, and they could have done without these. Nobody was asking for one of these, but in any case they give you the chance and it doesn't interfere too much. The bracelet itself is, as I said, a 3-link bracelet or oyster, and the middle links are polished. I would have preferred, and I bet you too, brushed. So as you could have guessed, this is a more premium option from Pagani Design, and you feel that in the pricing. Pagani Designs, you're around the €75 mark. With this one, you're around the 100, €110 mark. So the big question here is that worth it? Well, it depends on you. For me, it kind of is. I would believe, especially that with coupons, I got this one at 98 with the bracelet, €98, which I believe it's a good deal. So what you get? So you get better brushing than a usual Pagani design. If you get to see the brushing here, you've got circular brushing on top of the lugs. You've got kind of a bevel between the front of the lugs and the flanks of the watch. And the flanks of the watch also have some horizontal brushing, which I believe is very well done for this sort of watch and this sort of price. You have a sapphire crystal, of course, on top of this watch with anti-reflective coating, which seems somehow effective. But this is a domed sapphire crystal, which is not cheap to do, so kudos to Pagani Design for trying that. I had only seen flat sapphires from them up to now. You get a better box, if that has any value to you, and you get sort of an original design, if we can say this, because this watch, unlike all the previous options from Pagani Design, does not copy one single watch on itself. You can find, of course, some things from other manufacturers here, but it's not shamefully copying a single watch design like it has done in the past with the Submariners, for example. You just have to remember that this thing is pretty big, and that is one of my complaints about this watch. The dimensions are 42 millimeters in diameter by a big 15 millimeters in height, and that is in part due to the domed sapphire crystal. The lug-to-lug is pretty contained though at 48 millimeters. The lug width is also pretty small at 20 millimeters, and the bracelet tapers from 20 to 18, and you are back at 20 millimeters at the signed clasp. Size for my 16.5 centimeter wrist, this watch is 155 grams, and if I add all the links, it's 176 grams. So a pretty big watch. I wish they had gone for a 40 millimeter and for a slimmer design, of course. I don't know why they went for such a large, for such a thick case. I would have preferred it to be way thinner. Another complaint that I'm going to have is the bezel rotation. The bezel is ceramic, so that is good, but the bezel rotation is the bezel is very wobbly, sadly, and as a more premium offer I would have preferred a much better bezel rotation. The bezel is unidirectional and 60 click, not a 120 like they're used to, or a 90, just 60 click, which is very good. The lume has always been a weak point of Pagani Design watches, but here the good news is that the lume is pretty good. I have not done the longevity test, but at least at the initial burst it is good. I bet it is Superluminova C3, it appears to be. I'll tell you what, on the full review we will test the lume, we will test the accuracy report. In the meantime I will wear this watch, even though it's a bit large for me, and I will let you know what I think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to check my other videos, much more coming. Expect a lot of surprises coming soon on the channel. In the meantime, I wish you all the best, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Goodbye.